I'm going to look for some helpers, and I'm going to have you stick with tape the label on the tool. All right? Let's start with that first. New. Can you go and point to the flashlight for me? Is she correct?
Yes.
Go over to the tools and point to the purple tool and tell me, is that a shovel or a hoe?
Shovel.
Good. Can you come and find the word shovel for me, please? Let's see if you can put this right on the shovel for us. Nice job. Did the beanstalk grow for him? Yes or no? Did the beanstalk, let's take a look.
No.
Did the beanstalk grow for him?
Yes.
Who am I asking?
What?
Did Jasper's beanstalk grow for him? Yes or no? Yes, it did. What is it? Raise your hand if you want to tell me. What is it? Sokita? A lawnmower. What do we use that for?
Cutting the grass.
Good job. The last time we read the story, we were looking for nouns. We were looking for
Nouns.
nouns. Nouns are
People.
Nouns are naming words, and they can name what? Mariah?
People, places, or things.
People, places, or things.
You did a beautiful job of using level questioning with your group this morning. You obviously have a very wide range of English language development levels in that group, and you managed to include every child as active participants. Just give us an idea of how you think ahead on your lesson to prepare those levels of questions so that everybody can be involved.
Well, of course, it's important to know which level of language acquisition each child is at in my classroom. And then I look at the lesson that I'm going to be teaching. And in this case, I knew I was going to be using some realia. And I do have students that are everywhere from in their silent period in pre-production all the way through intermediate fluency. And to native English speakers. And it's important to engage each one of them, as you had mentioned. And so I begin to look at what are the implements that I'm going to be using in the lesson. How can I keep the anxiety level low for the children who are at the very beginning stages of English acquisition, but let them feel that they can participate as well. So I began to look at questions for my very beginning English speakers in pre-production level, just in terms of single word answers, or not forcing them to speak, but come and point to something. If they're totally stuck, I always give them an out by asking a friend to help them and give them a chance to learn from each other. And then I'll step in if it's just not quite getting the result that I'm hoping for. But mostly, I try to scaffold them so that they can be successful as much as they can on their own. I know that my speech emergent kids can respond in more detailed responses. And so I can ask them either or questions. I can ask them questions that they can respond to in simple phrases or sentences. And they feel comfortable with that because they're communicating in that way on the playground. And then, of course, I begin to look more deeply in my questioning with more advanced speakers and begin to attach it more to their academic type language.
Well, I noticed also that you gave them a chance to repeat phrases that you pronounced for them to build their fluency no matter what level of English development they were functioning in. And they all just seemed so comfortable and really eager to participate. And I think it speaks very well for that level of comfort in your classroom.
Thank you. I know we spend a lot of time with chants, finger plays, puppets, poetry, things where they can chant and chime in a large group setting. That way they can attempt to introduce their voice, and they don't understand that I can hear their voice within the mix of other voices, so they feel very comfortable in doing that. And so the lesson that we did this morning, it was just another another practice at that pretty much. They could respond within the larger group response and feel comfortable with